The reason why Madam Jim Mensah and the EC were not willing to testify before a court, Supreme Court for that matter, was because, one, they were aware that they allowed their system to be compromised. So now what happened in the East in the 2020 elections was that, one, either Madam Jim Mensah and his officers or one of the officers allowed someone to insert a pen drive, a disk, a CD onto their system to be run. It's either they knew and it happened, or someone gave access remotely for their computer to be taken over and backslot in. Now, when you write a code and change the additional codes of figures that are coming in, you will have the situation that we have in the 2020 elections. And I will be clear. Now, in the 2020 elections, instead of the original code that was in there, the codes were changed to read as follows. When you see a figure coming from a police station for Nana Dodan Kwakufado, add 10 to it. When you see a figure coming from John Mahamba, add 1 to it. So that when we go to court, the court will say, oh, but the addition was done across board, correct? And our people, because unfortunately many people did not understand what happened in 2020, we stood in court and we were not sure of ourselves. And I'm being very careful again, because our party chairman asked me a question in Hope, and if he is watching, he knows what I'm talking about. And I was clear what happened in 2016. In 2016, what happened was that it was done remotely. Now, the people of Ghana who keep calling on the NDC that, you people, you were not vigilant. Let me be clear. There's nothing the NDC could have done that was going to stop the rigging of the elections. Nothing the NDC could have done. The NDC could have done anything. Now, Senna, if your house, you and your security man decide to steal you, Senna, in your house, what can I do to protect you? There is nothing anybody outside the EC and whoever was rigging to stop it. Nobody could do anything apart from these two people. So, and I said it before, and I said it in Hope. And I said, up to today, as we are speaking right now, if the EC likes, they should take it on. I am saying that if they have two things, either they have corrected the code, for which now if they run it, the actual figures they should have seen, or if they did not change the code, every single day that God gives us, if the EC put their system on and run the additions, it will give them a different figure again and again and again. So now, when the figures are keyed in, it picks figures randomly. So there is no way you will ever have the same figures. So when the people were screaming, oh, why do you have different figures? Why do you have different figures? I laughed because people don't even understand what was happening. And I try not to mention names, but it was sad. And again, let me not mention his name. When I heard one of our former attorney general and at the NDC, you know what I'm talking about, who went attacking the NDC leadership. And we don't even have figures. We were not prepared. We went to court. I was laughing because, again, he was clueless. He's completely ignorant of what happened in 2020 elections. And I tried hard not to get into these election matters. But there was no way. The reason why the EC just has to stop at the point and run to the attorney, to the Registrar General and gazette the results of our election was because so long as they keep running it, up to today that we are speaking right now, if they keep running the system, they will continue to get different figures. If they have stopped running it, two things. Either they have gone in there manually and added figures, or the figures does not match the figures that they put out. Fact.
Elikem, are you saying that even as we speak now, with all the data available, the EC cannot, under any circumstance, give us one figure that we can cross-check and be sure that is what happened in the 2020 elections?
Absolutely. The only way the EC could have given you a same figure to match this lie is the EC have gone in and have eliminated the code that was used to declare this result and manually added figures to make sense into the system. And if they did, they should put out the figures and then match it to any police station, any regional result, and see if it will match. It will never, ever match. Facts. Now, Madam Jim Mensah should be clear in her mind. Two things, If Madam Jimensa was not aware, testifying wouldn't be a problem. Senator, how difficult is it to tell the truth? So now your name is Senator. If I say, come and defend that your name is Senator, how difficult should it be? The only difficulty is defending a lie. And she is clearly aware. But everybody was screaming, look. And the courts, one of the biggest problems in Ghana is, again, unfortunately, because our courts just will some silly authority, they want to jail everybody because, hey, when you say that, they don't want to, it's still people don't want to listen. It's a problem in our country, Ghana. Up to today, we are still reading laws and we are still reading judgments in King James English, hearing thereafter the plaintiff, and thereby, please, let's go up. There has been, we want to run a country, and this thing that we are doing right now is not helping us. You are a court, Any Legon lecturer, any UCC lecturer, when a student says that you have marked my result, my exams, and I feel that I was cheated. When you go and appeal to the University Council that this lecturer marked me wrong, what would the council do? They will gather, give your paper for somebody to read back or to look over. The NDC appear before you that we know that we were cheated. You don't tell the NDC to defend their result. I know what I wrote in my exams. I said I was cheated. If you are willing to listen to the truth, you will. Why? How difficult is it? The court would have just employed 20,000 human beings and rekeyed in a figure if they absolutely wanted the truth. But no, the issue was not to find the truth. It was not. It was just to defend the lie. And defending the lie can be very difficult. Can be very, very, very difficult. And I'm saying to the people of Ghana and to the people of the NDC that so long as we do not accept ourselves to the understanding of what happened in 2016 and 2020 elections, it will continue to happen and happen and happen. There is nothing you can do about it. You can employ the most sophisticated, well, if you are lucky enough, and you employ some good, and I'm going to use a word only few people can understand, DEFCON. If you can employ the very, very best in DEFCON, probably, you may be able to protect the EC from what happened in 2016 and what happened in 2020